So I welcome you all and thanks for choosing to be here. This webinar is going to be an extremely enriching and exciting experience for you. There are many interesting aspects of artificial intelligence and machine learning, and one of them is face detection on the real-time basis, which we'll talk about today with our expert trainer, Mr. Harshit Dawar. I'll just give a brief introduction about Harshit. He has been a maestro. He has so far trained more than 100 professionals and students. He carries a glorified signature in artificial intelligence and machine learning. And guys, as you all are aware about it, the artificial intelligence holds a significant importance in the today's emerging world, where the startups, the enterprises, and the conglomerates have been very actively looking forward and moving towards artificial intelligence and machine learning. Specifically in this era of COVID, where we all have been impacted, business have moved to a new heights and has changed the way it has been done in the previous. So without taking much of your time, I would like to ask Harshit to take it from here. Harshit, over to you. Just brief about yourself and then take it forward to the session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shwetank, for providing me this stage. So, guys, yeah, I again welcome you at this webinar. So, I will just start with my brief introduction. Then, definitely, we will proceed with the topic of face detection in the real time. I will showcase you the practical for that, and definitely, I will not neglect the theory part, that part which is very much important for you to have a glimpse of what is actually going behind the scenes. Okay, so in the meantime, when the practical is being delivered to you, as well as the theoretical part I am explaining to you, you will yourself understand the different way that I use to deliver that training. And here, the course that has been designed by Zebia, how it will actually impact your future years. So great, guys. Let me first now introduce myself. Then we will proceed with the session. So guys, my name is Harshit Dawar and I am having, you can say, more than 4+ years of experience in this AI ML, and it is my core field with the DevOps. I also work in few different fields, that is big data and cloud computing, and the most important part that should never be neglected at any point of time, either present or future, that is the integration of these technologies. One thing that you everyone should be aware of, that no single technology can help you to be successful or to earn money like anything in future, right? You can look around yourself, you cannot spot any single software that has been made using a single technology, right? Either it's WhatsApp, either it's Facebook, it's LinkedIn, or any game that you wish or you like. None of the software can be uh, created using only one of the technologies. Okay, guys. So if you want me to give you an example, so let me first give you a brief example of this. So let's say everyone uses here Facebook and LinkedIn, right? So have you ever wondered in just showcasing that small page, right? Let's say there's a Facebook page. So when you check your news feed, in that panel, actually how much different aspects are covered. There is one search bar, there is one friend list that has been shown to you, and beside the name of each of your friend, there is one light also, of one color, green, that indicates that the person is active on the platform. Then there is news feed. So it looks very simple that there's just a small web page and everything isn't presented to you. But guys, in reality, when you figure out, you will then see that just to manage a search bar, just to manage a search bar, there is a huge team at the back end who has taken the responsibility for this. Okay, who has taken the responsibility for if someone is searching something. So when the person is searching, it has to fetch from a database of billions of people, and then it has to sort it also according to your relevance. So there is a complete separate team or isolated team or silos that you can say is working just behind that search bar. Okay, guys, can you please hold for a second? Yeah, I was saying that, see, this is one thing, that is a database stream is there. Then the website is also hosted on multiple machines. There cannot be a scenario where a website is just hosted in, let's say, my computer. For example, let's say I'm doing a training right now. So I am a great trainer. I create one website for me and I host it using my laptop here. So I will not be able to actually serve that traffic or serve my user base when it increases, because every machine have a upper limit. So if every machine is having an upper limit, then definitely you cannot fulfill that, right? In the complete globe, there are billions of people, and if you want to serve to all of them, then definitely actually what you want to do is you need to deploy that website in multiple locations. There the use of cloud computing come into the picture. Okay. And to automate the stuff, we have DevOps. And in the present time, the data is been increasing like that much speed that you can't even imagine. Facebook generates 500 TBs of data in just 1 hour. So how much it will generate in one day and in 1 week, in 1 month and 1 year? You can just think about that. Okay. So these are the few technologies that are being used. So while AIML has been there in the session, I will introduce AIML also. I was not picking this topic because I picked this topic for the last. Okay, I'm not starting with this. I was just before giving you the glimpse of what all are the technologies and how they are being integrated. Right, I'm guiding you to learn each and everything, but definitely some technology has upper hand as compared to the other one. Like if you are using a laptop or a computer, it is for sure that you need everything, either storage, its processor, its RAM, you need everything. But definitely the most valuable component is the processor and memory part. Likewise, we need every technology, but the most valuable technology, if you will say, right, then I pick them as AIML and big data. Okay, AIML having the most importance or most dominant as compared to any other technology, and that's the reason why AIML is so much vast, is so much deep, right? This is the only field in which you can say there is the most community support, as well as most research is been done in this field, right? It was not originated just few years back. It is a old term, but actual term AIML was not given, right? People was having use case at past also, but they were not aware of the actual term and how it can actually be developed, right? As the resources were not that much if we go few decades back. Okay. So now coming to actual AIML. So guys, if I want to explain you AIML in very basic terms, very basic, you can understand it is just a process where you are making some entity which is not capable in itself to learn, right? You are making an entity to learn something, to understand something which was actually not capable in itself. This is the most basic definition that you can get for the AIML. Now, if I want to relate it to real life, that I always does, what you can understand is, let's say there is a newborn baby. Definitely that baby will have a blank mindset, a blank mind. That kid don't know anything. So the responsibility of the parents of that kid is to make that kid learn something, to observe something. Okay. And once that kid starts learning, starts observing, then it automatically, with the passage of time, gains that much intelligence that whenever that person is being into any situation, that person can use its mindset, right? I have done this thing, and that was the consequences of the act that I have did. Now I should do this thing if I am in this XYZ situation. Okay, the most brilliant example if I want to give to you is, so let's say every parent, they always tell their kids that do not put your hand in fire. It will harm you. It will burn your hand. What is this? This is an instruction based on a situation that is presented to the kid, right? So the parents of that kid are making that kid understand that if you put your hand in fire, it will harm you. So they are making that kid learn, right? So this is the same thing that we do in AI ML, just the ways of doing that is absolutely different. Why absolutely different? Because computers, guys, listen it very carefully. Any machine only and only understand one thing, that is binary language, that is 0 or 1. Okay, that is they only understand mathematics. In human terms, you can make someone learn using any of the language, either it's English, Hindi, Marathi, Spanish, Germany, anything, right? But when it comes to the machine only understand mathematics. So that was the reason why I said that it is completely different. Okay, AI ML in computers is completely different as compared to the real life. But the base or the source of AI ML is taken from the real life only. Guys, there is nothing that exists in this world, or you can say there is no technology that exists in this world which has not been taken from the real life. To make anything, you always take the scenario from the real life, and that's the fact, right? Let's say when the car was developed, the scenario there was that people need comfort and they want to reach a destination very soon. If they choose to walk, then definitely there is no comfort, there is no space to put your luggage, and you will take a lot of time. So this is a scenario that was taken from the real life so that a car can be developed. Likewise, for AI ML, there are a lot of scenarios that are taken from the real life. Okay, and based on each and every problem, there exists an algorithm that proposes one solution. You can enhance the working of that algorithm also, and that is being done continuously from many years. Okay, so this is a scenario for AI/ML, a basic introduction to AI/ML, right? Where is the source of AI/ML and from where it is coming? Now, let us begin the actual use case where you observe AI and ML exists. Okay, guys, can you please hold for 1 minute? I'm just going. Yeah, sorry guys. Actually, there was someone at my house and I have to look for that. Yeah. So guys, I was explaining about few of the use cases of AI/ML. It might be possible that you are already aware of them, but you don't know that actually they fall under the category of AI/ML, or they fall under the umbrella of AI/ML. Okay. So guys, the very famous use case that everyone uses in their daily basis, right? And the term AI or artificial intelligence is also used there. The use case is the camera in your mobile phones. A few years back, it was a boom in the camera industry in mobile phones that they started advertising their camera as an AI camera. Now, what is the role of AI there? Has ever anyone thought about that? The actual role of AI there are in multiple scenarios of having multiple use cases. The most prominent role was to detect your face while the camera is on. So I don't know you have realized or not, whenever you switch on the front camera of your mobile phone, you might see one rectangular box that surrounds your face. That is the AI capability. This is not the only capability. This is one of the capability of the AI camera. And the same thing we will do today practically using our laptop's webcam. Okay. It can be any external webcam also. It is not only limited to laptop's webcam. I was just saying that laptop's webcam because most of the people today use laptops only. Okay. Otherwise, there is no such limitation. You can buy and attach any external web camera if you want to. Right. So guys, this is one of the use case of the AI. We have multiple use cases others that you might not be aware of. Let me give you a very interesting use case of AI that I can bet not even a single person here would have been known about. Right? It's very rare that you know the use case of AI that I'm going to tell you now. Yes, there is one organization named as Law Geeks. Why I'm telling you this? There was actually a scenario where a competition was done to find the limitations in the NDAs. NDA stands for non-disclosure agreements. There was a competition between the human lawyers and the AI-based system designed to perform this task. Okay, guys, I'm telling you very rare use case. So you will be very much knowledgeable after understanding this one. So what happened was there were multiple NDAs that were present. So same time, that is 4 hours were given to human lawyers as well as 4 hours were given to this AI-based robots or AI-based systems, right? Now they have to describe every drawback that is present in each and every NDA. So guys, the human lawyers provided these drawbacks up to 85% accuracy. On the other hand, the AI-based system provided with 95% accuracy. Now you might feel that yes, if that's a robot, so it can be possible that a 10% difference is there. But guys, the biggest difference is the second one that I'm telling you. That is actually the time taken. Right? Human lawyers took around 1.5 hours. On the other hand, AI-based systems took 62 seconds. This is the biggest difference, right? And this use case, I don't feel that there are much people who are aware of, right? The famous use cases like Alexa, Google Nest, these things are known to everyone. But guys, if you think that AI is only limited to this part only, like the cameras in phone or the voice assistants or the chat bots, then you are absolutely wrong. Because AI is the only technology that is present in each and every field you name, right? Every field you name. Everyone here must have used Netflix once or more than once, right? So how do you actually get recommendations there? Have you ever thought of? You have been using Flipkart or Amazon or any other e-commerce website, how you are actually getting those recommendations. Moreover, you are using YouTube, or let's say you are randomly surfing on the internet. So there are multiple scenarios where you actually get the recommendations, right, based on your interest. And most of the time, those recommendations are absolutely correct. So how it is been done? Actually, everything is a part of AIML only. Right? AIML, I'm just taking two names as this is the very famous term that is used nowadays. Actually, the bigger term is AI, that is artificial intelligence. Then we have a sub part of AI as ML, that is machine learning. And then we have another sub part of machine learning as deep learning. Right? We have computer vision also. We have natural language processing also. Based on their different categories, they are being drawn in a picture. Okay. Well, this was a small introduction of AI. Now let me begin with the actual use case that we have. And once again, guys, I am opening my sketchboard at the background. Guys, this white screen is visible, right? Can anyone confirm me or drop a message in chat?
Yeah, Harshit, it's visible.
Okay, great. So guys, now coming to the actual use case, that is the face detection. So I will tell you various scenarios where you can leverage this face detection, right? And I will show you one practical demo for that, how you can actually connect the laptop webcam to the code that we will write in Python. Okay, thank you so much, Amit, for the confirmation. And guys, I never use the PPTs as I am having a completely different style from many other trainers in the market. I always try to draw diagrams on the spot as that will connect you more into the class as well as real life, right? So I will never make the session even near to boring. Okay. So now let me explain you the actual use case that we will do, right, through the diagrams. Guys, I'm not using any pencil. I'm using one mouse. So maybe my handwriting might be somewhat worse. So please cooperate. But yes, the shapes will be absolutely perfect. Okay. So guys, this pink rectangle, let's say it's a laptop. And this one, this green one is a human. Okay. Now what we want to achieve in reality is once I switch on, I'm writing SO as a short form. Once I switch on the web camera of this laptop through a code, this web camera should be able to capture this face of the human, and let's say this amount, uh, let's say this amount belongs to the face, and the upper part are, let's say, hairs. Okay, and the lower part is neck and the upper body, right? So what I actually want is when I switch on the camera, then this laptop web camera should be able to draw a rectangle around this face. Okay. Right? This is my requirement that I want to do. And we will just do this thing only. And it's a very famous use case that has been used in multiple scenarios. Okay. And in multiple industries. I will give you few use case that you can create on your own if you are having a good amount of knowledge in AIML as well as few of the computing integration skills, right? So guys, everyone here uses a laptop and none of the laptop come with a feature that is known as Face ID. iPhones and other mobile phones today have this feature of Face ID enabled, where once you look into the camera of your iPhone, then they automatically opens the phone, right? But none of the laptop come with this feature. But if any one of you are interested you can create this feature, right? As soon as you don't come in front of the webcam of your laptop will not open. By open, I means login into your account. That is the meaning of the open word that I used. Okay. So you can create this use case. This is one of the things. Now, where else it can be used? So as let's say there is a shop, and in that shop, definitely CCTV cameras will be there, right? If the shop is reputed, at present time we see these type of cameras at almost every place. Okay. So, and let's say there are few people in the area who are very famous for stealing as well as burgling type of stuff, right? So what you can do is you can create a system that whenever the camera captures a person, it just sees the face of the person, it immediately sends some notification or raise an alarm. In this case, raising an alarm will not be right, because as of now that person has not committed any wrong act, but it can send a notification. So you can tune or customize the AI ML requirements till this extent. Okay. One more use case, I believe most of you have heard about that. That is, you can use this face detection for the attendance part. It can be either for companies, schools, colleges, or anything, right? It can be done for those attendance part. So these are very limited use cases for the face detection that I told you. But although there exist a lot others. Okay, so this is our actual use case. Now, how we will be going to achieve it? There is an algorithm actually, but to explain that algorithm, I need at least 2 hours, but I am not having that much time. So that is why I will give you a glimpse, like a high level overview, and then we will straight away jump onto the practical where I will write some code, or I already have written some code. I will showcase you how by using that code, you can actually connect your webcam, and I will switch on my video, right? And once my video is on, in that video, that code will automatically detect my face and create a boundary around that. Okay. So what is that algorithm actually? So let me tell you that. Say, let us consider this is a face. Now guys, the algorithm that used is known as cascade classifiers, right? Now one more advanced thing, or you can say the actual implementation when it is done, a small word, it is added in front of that is known as HAAR. This is appended at the beginning, and the full name of the algorithm is HAAR cascade classifiers. Okay, now what are these terms? Let me explain you. So guys, you can say these are these type of small rectangles. What are the use of these rectangles here? They are actually used to capture the pixel value for white and black. Okay, let's say if I am having something like this. These are the cascade classifiers, and guys, this top part will be black, this part will be black, and this part will be white. So I just write here W and B so that you can understand white and black. And guys, these are very powerful to identify actually the edge locations, right? And that is why they are so powerful in identifying the face, right? So let's say there is a forehead, and just above forehead, you are having your hairs, right? So in that case, this classifier will be very much useful because the top part will be black, that will be your hairs, and just below that, there will be your forehead, that will be white, right? So these classifiers are being used, and they are used on a very big data set. Data set means very vast amount of images, right? You can say millions of images. And those are the specialized data set. Why I'm saying this term specialized? Because it is not a general data set having image of few persons. Actually, what this technique follows is it identifies which are the faces, and on the other hand, we provide some random images which are not of humans, that can be of objects. So this actually makes this algorithm much more intelligent by understanding that yes, this is a face and this is not a face. For example, if I supply a car there, if I supply a plane there, so that is not a face, right? So by looking at those images and by looking at the coloring value of that, of those images, this classifiers are being trained. And once they are trained, their numerical values are actually present in a sheet, right? And they are known as XML sheets. I believe everyone is aware here of XML, that is a semi-structured language, right? Extended markup language, the full form for that is. Its values, this cascade classifier values are present in that sheet. So we will just use that sheet, we will fetch the values from that sheet, and then our algorithm will automatically detect that where the face is. Okay. So this is actually a high level overview that I can give you as of now. I tried my best to provide you as much as information considering you a beginner in this field. Okay. Now I know that to understand the thing completely is not possible as of now because there is not complete detail here. But guys, due to limitation of time, I cannot speak more than this. Right? As if I go into detail, then it will take at least 2 hours for me to cover. Okay, but I tried to give you the crux of the algorithm, that how it actually works. Now, if everyone is comfortable with this explanation and they have understood, then we can very well go with the practical aspect. Okay. So guys, are we ready to go for the practical aspect, or do we have some doubts? You can
I
raise
think
your hand.
let's go with the practical aspects and then we'll correct the questions or the queries from everyone.
Okay, sure. So guys, just give me 1 minute. I am actually unmounting my laptop from the monitor. So I was using monitor here because I need the mouse to draw these diagrams, right? And now I am unmounting so that I can open the lid and turn on the web camera. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'm coming back.
So guys, this was just a small case that you guys tried to went through about face detection. Harshit will just quickly take you through to the live demo, the how it actually has been done. And this will actually give you an interface that how AIML plays a role in most of our simple techniques and things which are absolutely much around us. So these are just, it was just one aspect of artificial intelligence and machine learning. There are many such aspects which you will discover while you learn more about artificial intelligence and machine learning. So it's not about learning, it's also about how you'll be using them, how you'll be reinventing or inventing more of the practices. So uh, I'll also introduce you to Ms. Anamika, who's the program advisor, which will help you in understanding how artificial intelligence journey can start for you, what all you could learn, what all you can achieve while doing this program. So once we're done with the live demo, the practical case with Harshit, we'll open the session, the platform for your question, answers, queries in case you have any in the mind, and then we'll proceed to hear from Miss Anamika. So the moment Harshit you are ready, just give us a hi and we can start that up.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's go ahead.
1 second, I'm sharing the screen again. See guys, this Jupyter notebook or this screen where the code is written is visible, right? Guys, can anybody confirm me, please? I believe it is visible. You can drop a message in chat.
Yes, Harshit, it is.
Great. Thank you, Pragati. So guys, I cannot now explain you this code, but yeah, that is for sure. If you have enrolled in the course that Miss Anamika will explain you once this demo is over, there we will definitely look into this, how to do, right? And as of now, you will not able to understand, as there are few libraries that are being used, and there are much, you can say, intricacies of the language. This is the Python language that is being used, so you have to first know Python, only then you can understand the internal working. That the values, guys, that I was talking about is present in this file. Okay, this is an XML file from where my code will be picked up. My code will be picked up. Okay, this is the thing. Let's say I imported this library, right? Then I have now loaded these values. Okay, I've loaded these values now from here. This will help me to actually identify where my face is located in the video. And guys, this complete code here, when I execute this code, it will open a video stream using my web camera, right? And it will automatically draw a rectangle boundary, right? So guys, this is actually a thing. This line will connect my laptop webcam to this code, and the 0 here is passed to pick up the first camera. If you have multiple cameras attached with your laptop, so you can change the number. Okay, so by default, everyone put here 0 because they want to use their internal webcam. But yeah, there can be some specialized cases. Let's say if you are recording on some professional demo, so you can use some professional web cameras that are available with you, and if they are available with you. Okay, so now let me run this code. Now guys, my webcam is actually connected, and I think that you are not able to see the screen. What? Let me share the complete screen. See guys, my screen is visible. So guys, this is my face, and it has been detected automatically with this yellow rectangle. You can adjust the various other parameters within the code. So as of now, it will make no sense if I tell you how to adjust that. But yeah, whenever you will enroll in the course and we will meet, then definitely I will tell you how to optimize the things and how you can play with the other stuff. If I raise my hand, it will not pick because it know that this is not my face. Okay, even though if I raise both of my hands, it will not identify anything. So guys, this is the practical aspect that using which you can detect your face, okay, running in the live video stream. So this is the only practical. So now I think that was the demo session. So if anyone is now concerned with any of the queries or questions, we are open for the Q&A round, right? And now over to Anamika. Please take the session forward.
Guys, whoever want to ask questions can raise their hands, and we just unmute you and you can quickly have the question. Anamika, over to you.
Yeah, I can't see anybody raising their hand. It would be really nice if we can make this session a little interactive. You can, if you are uncomfortable, you can also write over chat, and maybe Harshit will be really available for you in order to help you. Yes, so we have one candidate,
Yes, Hamid.
Hamid. Yeah.
Hello, are you listening me?
Yes,
Yes,
Hamid.
yes, Hamid.
Okay, so for face detection, what should I do as a beginner? What is the process to be expert in face recognition systems? Should I learn
Oh,
programming and other things? What is the journey to AI? That's mean A to Z. Please guide me.
Okay, great question. So to answer this, Hamid, I would personally recommend you that first of all, you should be familiar with Python. Why I'm saying Python only? Because Python is the only language that can be used in almost every aspect. Either it's scripting, DevOps, AI, ML, any technology, Python can be used. On the other hand, we have C, C++, R, Java. These can't be used in each of the scenario. And to implement AI/ML, Python is the most preferable language for any person. So if you are a beginner and looking for a career in this field, so first of all, you need to understand that you should be somewhere familiar with Python. I'm not saying to be expert, but you should know basics, that what are loops, how to implement some conditions, how we can break from some of the conditions. Okay, what are variables, how to load files. These are some very basic things that you need to be aware about. Then what to do after this? Then you should try to look for the details of the computer vision, because this face detection is a part that falls under computer vision. We have a lot of scenarios, lot of use cases that can be done using computer vision. If I give you some example, so let's say thermosensing. There are thermosensors that detect persons based on the heat temperature of their body, right? There are thermosensors. Then what you can do, let's say there is a video of a marathon and you want to track your favorite runner. You can just select the body of that person, and in the complete video that will be tracked, right? There is one another thing that is known as object detection. This was face detection. What happens in object detection? In whatever image or video you will provide, you will see a lot of objects, or let's say every object will be marked with the boundary as well as with the tag as well as with the confidence percentage. Now what does this mean? Let's say you post your image, you are standing in front of a car and you provided this image to this model, to this computer vision algorithm, whichever you use. Okay, what it will return is, as an object detection algorithm, it will return a boundary that will be bounded to your body, and it will say this is a person, how much I am sure that you are a person. It will give percentage also. Let's say I'm 90% sure that this is a person. It will also bound a car that is in your background, attach it a category that is a car, and also mention the confidence percentage here as well. Okay, so these are various use cases. So to start, you should be familiar with Python, and if you know Python at a good level, at the intermediate or advanced level, that it will benefit you in each and every case if you are looking for AI/ML. Right, in future, if you want to learn some another technology also, or big data or DevOps, right, or scripting or ethical hacking or gaming, Python will help you there also. Okay, then you should start exploring computer vision stuff, right? If you are much more interested, you can follow me on GitHub. I have multiple projects there related to computer vision, natural language processing, machine learning, deep learning. Everything is there. Okay, you can connect over me on LinkedIn. You just have to search my name on Google. The first profile will be me, will be mine. You have just identified my face, so you will easily recognize who I am. Okay, I believe this answers your question, Hamid. If you have still some confusion, you can ask. If you are satisfied with the answer, please lower your hand. Or you want to ask another question, then please tell me. I will unmute.
Yes, Daniel, please go ahead.
Okay, so how many months it will take to start from the Python and to reach the knowledge about computer vision?
See, to answer this question, I would say that there is not a fixed time, because it clearly depends on the person's determination to learn, right? And how much previous knowledge you have. Now, if I consider that you are absolute beginner in any language, that means you are having zero knowledge of coding. Okay, I'm not saying that if you are knowledgeable in C, then you will start for Python. right? I'm saying if you are having zero knowledge in coding, then you can say to learn a language. I don't feel that to learn a language, it will take more than a week. And this is the maximum duration I am telling, because language just have a different syntax, right? And a different support, but actually the logic will always be same. To give you a great example here, let's say you like pizza. Now, if you know the recipe, then there will be no difference between if you are catering that pizza or a person of Domino's is catering that pizza. If you have the same resources and you know the recipe, here recipe is directly equivalent to the logic in this AI/ML field or any technical field, right? So if your logic is correct, you just have to change the syntax. Now here syntax will be the containers that you are having and the environment. Okay, only that much difference can come. Now when you start the journey of computer vision or AI/ML, then it will not take much time, because this thing that I have shown you, this is not an advanced thing. Okay, I would say that it will fall later in the beginner category, right? At start, what you actually do, you first of all learn how to connect your web camera through code. That is the starting point. Then there is one more added layer onto this, that how you will identify the face. Okay, so this thing can be done in 2 weeks maximum, even if you are at zero knowledge. Okay, any other query? Guys, anyone else? Daniel, you want to ask anything?
Guys, anyone, Pawan, Pura, Prakriti, Vaishnavi, anyone who want to have any questions answered, this is the right platform. We can do that. Anand, Daniel, Manoj, anyone? Okay, so I'll just ask Anamika and Harshit just to let everyone know that how AI/ML has been taking up and how.
So the question is, what was the best month for sales? How much was
I think you have to repeat the question.
Shradhan, that was not a question. There was some background noise which was coming in from, I guess, Manoj.
Manoj. So Manoj, you want to ask some question? Okay, no worries. So let's continue with sharing, actually the scope and of AI and ML. At the same time, how they can easily learn the face detection and other aspects of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So Anamika, over to you.
Sure. Thanks, Shwetank, and thanks, Harshit, for taking us informative session on artificial intelligence, basically on the face detection part. So I am Anamika. Let me quickly introduce myself. I'm a program advisor here at Zebia Academy, and I help people to understand how they can build their career into the data science field, which is broadly the parent word, and under which you have artificial intelligence. Following that, categorizing into deep learning, machine learning aspect. But the main crux of the entire topic is the language which you use and which is very much prevalent in the industry. So nowadays, everybody is doing some kind of upskilling just to get a career change or to get a good high level paying of job in the current industry. And the entire motive behind conducting this webinar is to make you all aware of the trending technology. As well as seeing the trend, we have particularly designed a course which is expanded and delivered over 5 months of duration, specifically designed for working professionals only over the weekends. So every Saturday and Sunday, anybody who wishes to upskill themselves and make their career into the artificial industry Or we conduct sessions from the very basic level, teaching Python from A to Z first, then moving on to the different levels of machine learning. So there are 2 levels of machine learning to teach you how you will be solving both structured and unstructured kind of problems with the algorithms. And second last, we move on to the deep learning aspects with both neural networks and natural language processing. And at the end, we conclude by we also teaching how you integrate an AI app with cloud. So end-to-end training for 5 months is delivered, and that's completely instructor-led as it was conducted today by the help of Harshit. Though it was a very short session, but during the live lecture, it is for 4 hours from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And you interact with the trainer. Whatever topic is taught, the trainer makes sure that you get enough assignments, assessments, and case studies to get hands-on experience and practical knowledge of it. And that is what helps you in getting hold of this technology, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning. I'll quickly share my screen with you and browse through our website so that you can see yourself, and following that, we'll be pasting the link in the chat portal. My colleague Shwetank has already done that. I would just require a few minutes of your time to just quickly have a look at the website, and anybody who wishes to understand more about the course, and as people asked about the question, how they can make their career into it, you can fill up the form and let us know. I'll give you a call personally and explain you. So this course is known as a certification course, which helps you in mastering artificial intelligence and machine learning. As I said, it's a 5-month course. That means 20 weeks every Saturday and Sunday, 4 hours. So 8 to 10 hours of live virtual class. So nothing is pre-recorded. Everything is completely instructor-led and hands-on. Post completion of the training, the advantage of undergoing this training is that we help you with the placement assistance, either within Xebia, because we are ourselves a software development and technology based company. And then we have a unit in it called as Xebia Academy. So that is how we'll be helping you in working with Xebia, giving you a chance to it, or with our clients and partners. So there will be 100% placement assistance. There is this new upcoming batch date present here. A short overview of, as Shwetank and Harshit themselves told, that this is the new and upcoming trending technology. It's already there in the industry, but in future there will be a lot of data available, and people require highly skilled professionals to analyze those data. Post that, during this course, you'll be learning, as we said, basic concepts of AI and machine learning, the practical implementation of it, the components of developing AI and apps along with the platform, and the logical and basic reasoning from a computational perspective. So the curriculum, layer by layer, how many hours are dedicated, what are the subtopics will be covered here. You can browse through it, understand it, and you can also connect with me over the call. The fee structure, the different payment options are available if somebody wants to opt for a flexi pay option. Post that, this is the certificate which you'll be getting because it's a certified course offered by Xebia along with the placement assistance. So once you are done with the training along with the projects, we'll be helping you with the certification. These are the different benefits which you get if you enroll with Xebia and you start your learning journey. So there will be 8 certification layers. The basic starting salary across the industry for anybody who wishes to start in the AI industry is 7 lakhs per annum. As I said, it's a more than 160 hour of live instructor-led session. And by 300 hours of interactive session, we mean we also provide you recordings of those sessions to rely upon later. And some guest speakers coming in and sharing their stories along with the case studies to give you more idea about the different technologies and emerging technologies in the industry. So the entire training will not only about the AI part, but it will be more about the industry specific relevant technologies. After that, we also have virtual labs for each module. So as I said, after delivering each topic, you get assignments and projects. And for that, we have a virtual labs available. One of them is Instruct. Also, trainers gives you a lot of open platforms to work upon, and they teach you how to get complete hands-on experience. We also give sessions on GitHub. So Harshit himself has told about the GitHub and shared his LinkedIn profile. So you can connect with him, follow him, understand more about it, or you can directly connect with us. I'll be sharing our email ID and the number as well on the chat portal. The upcoming schedules are also mentioned here. If you are not available this coming October, November, and December batches are there, because every month we run with these batches. The skills which you are going to learn eventually, because each of us enroll in a course just to upskill themselves. So the core crux of what skills you will be learning are present on the website. You can rely on it and you can refer it. Finally, what are the languages and tools which will be covered? So as I said, GitHub, Jupyter Notebook, NumPy, OpenCV, Panda, these libraries for visualization, Harshit might be also using Matplotlib or Seaborn. So a complete A to Z structure for Python will be covered. And after that only we'll move on to the advanced aspect, which is machine learning and AI. So that is it from my end. I would also ask you to fill the survey form, which I'll be posting in the chat portal, so that we understand and we take your feedback. How did you like the session? Over to you, Shweta.
So thank you guys once again. In case you want to ask any question, any query that you have, we can still answer few questions right away. Vishnuji, do you want to ask something?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyone else in the group want to ask something, or any inquiries about the course, about the artificial intelligence, about face detection, anything that you want to know from Harshit? Okay, so I assume all your queries and questions have been answered. You have the useful links there in the chat box. You can copy them and get back to us at any point of time. You can connect to Harshit as well. I would like to give a sincere thanks to Harshit, Anamika, and Ekta for taking out the time and sharing their views, giving us a demo. Harshit, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and making us aware about how the face detection actually works in the real time. We look forward to have another engaging session soon. Guys, there is another webinar planned on October 28th. You'll receive a communication pretty soon about that. Keep yourself active, and in case you want to know more about any other programs, do visit us on zpacademyglobal.com. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Thank you, guys.